This is a piece I'm about to get started on. It's my rough out of a Old World Santa. This is actually in butternut. I've got one in Catawba, so I'm going to do two of these, at least two of these this year. It's probably it. But I used to do quite a few of these. Anyway, it's just an Old World Santa, and he'll have some knot picks in there, but he'll have a pack on his back, and I've done these with boxes like toys, and I have done them custom, where you put custom packages in there, custom gifts. That's going to be an interesting part of that right there. I hadn't noticed that, but anyway, we'll get around that. But this is what I'm fixing to start on and work on this for a while. First thing I'm going to do, knock all the fuzzies off. Gonna get the bandsaw up and going tomorrow, and I'm gonna cut this top off. I'm not gonna worry about carving that. It's a lot of work that can be sawed off pretty quickly. So I'm gonna do that around the base here and start knocking these fuzzies off, and then we'll get down to it and see what it's gonna be. Also, he'll have a staff in this hand, may put a lamp in it, and this hand will have a gift, like I've done one for my wife where it's holding a Bible. I've done a doll, maybe a cowboy and horse or something. But anyway, I don't know what I'm going to put in this one yet. But that's why all this mass is on there, just so I can do different things with it. Anyway, fixing to get started. So here goes. Okay, so once again, being unprepared, got to get my mallet and get some my big flat chisel that all the electrical tape has just about came off on. And I was thinking, this is a number 3. I don't know what millimeter it was. It was a lot bigger than this to begin with. But again, I'm just going to stop by rounding the base and saw. If I don't do this, I'll pound my hands with it later. So it just gets in the way. So I'll just take it all off. And by all, I just mean all that I know I'm not going on there. I'm not going to cut it right up to his robe or his gown, whatever you want to call it. I have done this shaping of the base later in the carvings and end up hitting part of the breaking part of the carving up here that I really need. So again, I am a slow learner, but I do learn not to do that. Pushing it didn't last long. I know this needs to come off. It's not going to serve any purpose. I always do enjoy carving butternut. It's usually a good carving wood and usually a pretty grain. And again, you can tell how it's rough looking there, and then it gets smooth. It's pretty grain. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I used to have all the tools memorized when I'd swap to whatever gouge to make it look like it's really flowing robes, and I'll have to relearn all that on this one. Right here's a tricky place because this grain goes up, and then you got this grain coming down. I don't don't worry about I don't worry about getting too much of this done. And certainly don't worry about getting into details at this point. I know there's a lot of wood that still come off. And some of this I won't get into. Like usually I'll carve all over, but if I start going up here, well, you can't see it, so I'm just going to stay down here and go around this part. Then I'll readjust and do the rest. This actually, you can get a different. I've got a number 7 here. Oh, I forgot I took off the automatic focus. I can use this and go ahead and put in some of that flow that I was talking about. If I only could remember which way to go with it, which way to get started. I've made several of these before I made my roughout, so roughout's what I call a pretty tight carving. There's not a whole lot of excess left on there, except for where I had the gift in the front. Got a ruler around here somewhere. I was going to measure my millimeterage on these tools. I don't know where it is right now. And again, with all this, just kind of watching the grain, because I don't want to pop a big chunk off and mess everything up. Not yet. I'll do that later when I'm nearly finished. Yeah, this is going to be pretty wood. Been wanting to get some big butternut, but I think it's non-existent now. I've been trying to get some even 7 or 8 inch stuff, and basically people say, well, it's unavailable. I was looking for somebody that might have had a log, then I'd have to figure out how to get it. Because I'm not within driving distance of any butternut trees that I know of, and I'm pretty sure on that. This is all going to be hard carving here, this part where the knot is, and it goes back here to where all that's messed up, but it's going to add the character to it. It's going to be a pretty part. Shouldn't have waited so long to get back to doing these, because now I can't remember. Like when I do a lot of one carving, like I've made several of these through the years, we get on a roll and remember, oh yeah, start here, do this, that works better, and now I don't remember what works better on this particular carving. But I am about ready to do a cowboy too. And I seldom work through one. I don't like to work through one deal all at a time. I always have several things going on. Like I've got a pattern for a cowboy that I'm bringing over tomorrow over here to the shop. And again, get the bandsaw going and get some cut out. And right now, while I'm thinking about it, I need to decide what kind of gift to have this thing holding. Just want to show you this. That's going to be pretty grain. And it's going to go up there to all that nastiness, but we'll get it, I hope. And it seems like, I think I forgot this, but I know this is going to be a foot out here. And it seems to me like the robe kind of spilled over that way.